so that we can have these available for the rest of the people that couldn't make it. And let's just go ahead and get to it. So we're going to be talking about our new version of the phone app. I'm sure you realize that we have a completely overhauled phone app. It's a brand new interface. The actual app has a lot more bells and whistles, and the interface, it's also a lot easier to navigate. Okay, so the version is the 3.4 right now, the one that you have, but the 3.5 version is about to be released. It'll be the exact same thing, but the 3.5 version is kind of fixing a few bugs that we had in the previous version, so that it works a lot better and smoother, right? So the intention, of course, of the phone app is to give you an easy way to remote access to your cameras, right? Okay, so the content here, we're going to be going over the phone app, just like an overall general overview of the new interface. We're also going to be showing you how to download it, where to download it, and then from there, how to add devices, push notification configuration. We're going to go over the playback, and also at the end, we're going to be showing the additional features that the app has. So if Alex, if at any time you have any questions, please feel free to ask me, okay?
Right.
There is also a little chat there that we opened up. So if you want to type some questions there as well, you're welcome to do so, okay? So overview. In general, the phone app it's got a cleaner interface. Once you open it, you start seeing, the little picture frames from your connected devices, so that you could easily identify the cameras that you want to see, and then just tap on it and connect to that particular camera, instead of having to go and look at a list of devices and then choose from camera 5, camera 6, and don't really know about which camera is which, right? So that actually facilitates navigation of the phone app to connect to the cameras, which is really good. Also, the playback offers the picture-in-picture, so that you could, let's say you're reviewing something in a camera, and you also don't want to miss what's going on live. That ability of the picture-in-picture, it's actually great, because it'll allow you to still see what's going on in real time, right? The phone app also offers a network scanner. So let's say you're on site finishing an installation, and then with this installation, in this installation, you can now click that scanner and then add the devices from the network, instead of having to browse or entering manually, right? And also the deterrence functions. So this phone app allows you to interact with our newest deterrence cameras, so that you can turn them on and off, or trip, the siren or the little strobe light, so that if you're seeing somebody in your premises, or the owner of the place, somebody, they can activate these deterrence functions, right? So Alex, I'm gonna put you on mute so that it doesn't cycle. If you need us to talk to us, then just go ahead and unmute or use the chat. Sounds good? Thank you, Alex. All right. So this is a little video of what I was talking about, right? So let's just go over this video here. As you can see now, oh, sorry about that. So as you can see here, you could see all these little squares. You have your icons for easy access, for playback and favorites and all that. But you have all your devices here with pictures of the camera. So that makes it really, really easy to find the device that you're looking for. But you also have the option by clicking these little, four squares to have a list of devices if you prefer it that way. If you have actually labeled them all, then you could choose this option to still see the list as we used to see it before, right? But going back to the squares it's very easy. You could just scroll down and see all your devices there. And if you have multiple cameras, then you could scroll sideways and you could get to the camera that you're looking for. And by just tapping on it, then that camera is going to pop up. So that makes a complete difference from the list in my perspective. But then again, if you are if you are rather go to the list of devices, then you can definitely always do that by clicking on this little icon on the upper left corner. Okay. So
I'm sorry, I have a question. Can you go back just a quick second?
Can
you actually like pick and choose the cameras that you want to see in like a larger view than the other ones? Like for example, right there that you have the 4K DET MC. Can you, like, let's say that's a recorder, can you select which one you want to see bigger, or that's because it's only one camera that you have added in there?
This is only one camera.
Okay.
That's why it's looking bigger, right? Actually, that's one of the reasons why I put it like that. Since you can connect directly to our cameras right now, you could connect to the single cameras with the SD cards, but this is how they're going to be looking. Okay, if you have the DVR, then or NVR, this is how this is going to look like.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. So the phone app can be downloaded, of course, via Google Play or App Store, and it is available free of charge, right? Before we used to have the regular basic version and then the pro version, but we rather give these for free to all of you, so that you guys can enjoy of all the benefits and features of this pro version of the phone app, right? The Excel version is also no longer available. Now the Pro version can be played on any iPad, and the format is going to be just fine. Okay. So once you have downloaded the phone app, right, there are several things that you need to be aware of, and also this is going to be your homepage. This is how this is going to look like. Okay. So once you're here, what you want is you want to add devices, right? So as I was saying before, the phone app and the cameras now give you the ability to connect directly to DVRs, NVRs, and directly to the phone cameras. But not only that, you can also connect to our doorbells, right? And get the feed directly from all these devices directly. So once let's actually go through the process. So once you want to connect, then what you need to do is you need to click on the little plus icon on the upper right corner of the phone app. Now that'll give you three options: serial number scan, IP domain, and online search. Okay, so the serial number scan is the most popular one. That's the one that you're going to use to go and scan your QR code on the NVR or DVR or IP camera, right? But if you also are using IP addresses, let's say this is a business or a facility that's not allowing cameras to go out and they want these for internal purposes, then you might want to be doing IP address. Or if you have a static IP address and prefer to do it that route, you're welcome to do that as well. And online search will again find your devices online and add them to the phone app. So as you go through this setup, there might be some questions from your operating system, whether Android or iOS, to allow you to use certain features of the phone, okay? So make sure that you always click the allow button so that the phone app can work smoothly, okay? If you deny access to some of the things, then you're gonna have to go into your settings, your phone settings, to go back and allow certain features to run on the phone app, okay? So to avoid that, make sure you click allow on all the actual questions that you may get. So whenever you allow the camera to work on your phone app, then the camera is going to become a scanner. I'm sure you're very familiar with this, right? So you will need to come in and scan the device SN. This other QR code is will help you to go and to go to the Android Google Play Store or the App Store to download the phone app. Okay, so the one on the left is to download the phone app. The one on the right is the actual serial number that you want to scan to add a device. Okay, so once the device is being scanned, then you will see the serial number populated here, right, on the phone app. And in order for you to finish this process, then you're going to have to go into step 2, which is identifying the type of devices that you want to add. And this could be, again, I said, a camera. This could be an NVR. This could be a DVR, or this could be the intercom system, a doorbell, a chime for a doorbell, and some of our other newer residential products, right? Make sure that you name it, you name your device accordingly so you can identify them in case that you have many of them. Put your username and your password. Now this little eye here now allows you to see the password. Before, you would actually put the password in there, but the password, you weren't able to see it. So let's say if you're adding a device right now for the owner of the house or the owner of the building, and then he wants to add an additional person later on, you can always go into his settings and click that little eye there to see the actual password, okay? So that you can copy that and add it to the next device. And last but not least, make sure that you always save it. Once you save these, then this is going to be saved in your device and you're going to be able to see your camera. You see your camera view, okay? So if you have a single camera, just one camera is going to connect. If you have multiple cameras on an NVR or DVR, all of them are going to connect, okay? So once you are done with these, basically you can always come back and see your cameras. Now, one of the questions that a lot of people ask us is, okay, so what if I have multiple devices? Or what if I have, a 16 camera system and I only want to see 4 cameras, all the time? Or I have different locations and I want to create some groups to see only the entrances or the exits or the cash registers, or you name it, right? So in order for you to make that happen, we have the favorites here, right? So I'm going to show you how can you actually create your favorite groups from the phone app. So I have 3 little videos here. So let's play this one. What you're going to be seeing here is we're going to click on the favorites, and then we're going to have to click on this little plus sign on the upper right corner. And once there, then you can choose the devices that you want, okay? Even if these devices are from different places, like for instance, I selected there, a couple of devices from McAllen, and then I'm gonna go down and I'm gonna select another camera. So all these 3 cameras are gonna be added to my favorite group, okay? I'm gonna name it favorite 2, I'm gonna save it, and that's about it. With that, our favorite 2 group got created. Okay. Now, what if you want to add more cameras to it later on, or you want to create a favorite group whenever you're seeing your cameras? So I'm going to play this second video here. this video will show you how to add a favorite group. So one of the first things that you need to do, and let me just go back a little bit, sorry, is you need to click on the camera that you want to add to this favorite group, right? Either if you're creating a new group or if you want to add this camera to an existing group. So tap on it until you see this little blue frame around the camera, right? And once you have, when you see that, then you click on more and then favorites on that little star, right? Then you're gonna create your favorite group and you're gonna have to name it. So we're gonna name these favorite 3. So automatically, once you have named that, that favorite group gets created. Oh, sorry. That favorite group gets created, and then that camera, it's added to that favorite group. So let's click on this. Now we want to add the second camera, right? So click on that, go to more functions, press that little star, and then press the group that you want these to be added, and so on and so forth. So once you have finished, and you could go into a different device, just like turn that device off, go to a different device, bring it on, click on the selected camera, and then add it to your favorite groups, okay? So once your devices are added, I want to show you here in this video how to access them. So let's go, let's pretend we're basically running the phone app. We're just launching it. Here, you will have access by clicking, let me go back a little bit. By clicking on the favorites icon here, you're gonna get a list of your favorite groups, okay? So you just have to actually play on it, click the little icon or tap on top of the name, which also will show you the little icons of the cameras that are in there, right? Which I think is also really cool because that'll always remind you which cameras are which, right? So tap on it and it'll take you to your favorite groups, okay? Again, I think that is really nice. You could always navigate your favorite groups by, stopping your video with this phone, with this little icon, and then just go back into the favorite groups and play, the other group that you have, right? So that allows the customer to navigate easily among their favorite groups, okay? So really cool feature. Okay, questions on that? Guys, make sure that if you have a question, for those of you that are just coming in, actually I have somebody else waiting. So for those of you that just came in, you can let us know if you have a question. We have a little chat. So Alejandra is also going to be looking into this chat, so that if you have a question, please make sure that you put your question in the chat, or you can unmute yourself and ask us whatever question you may have. Okay. All right. Again, questions on the favorites or adding devices? No. All right. So let's go further. Push notifications. This is actually one of our greatest features. We've had this push notification feature for a while. Now, the beauty of the new push notification is that now we can actually integrate the AI functions or the smart motion detection function into the push notification, so that you get accurate push notifications. A lot of people want a push notification to see if there's, if somebody was in their premises, but sometimes, the regular motion detection triggered by a tree or a pet or something else will send a false notification. Now, with the AI on the devices, you could see an accurate push notification based on human detection, right? Or vehicle detection, which will make it a lot more accurate. right? So how do we enable our push notifications? Okay. So basically what we have to do right now, it's something really easy, but the message like on the previous app is no longer the way to enable notifications. Okay. So that's not how we start to do this. What we need to do is we need to go into our device list, right? And click on these little three dots. So these little three dots are gonna open up another menu, okay? Uh, of course, you're gonna get these two options once you click on the three dots, device details or move to top. So you go into device details, right? You are gonna select notification and then you're gonna turn it on, okay? Once you turn it on, then you will have a list of actions that can trigger a push notification, okay? So you will get motion detection, camera masking, defocus, license plate, AI analysis, stereo vision, audio, so disc alarm, voltage test, so on and so forth, right? So right now we're just gonna focus on motion detection, but you could also do the AI analysis for your tripwire or your intrusion sections, and you can actually trigger those as well. So let's go under motion detection. So motion detection, if your device is has SMD, the smart motion detection, then you will actually see it there. It'll give you an option of just regular motion detection or SMD, okay? Once you're done with that, then you can select the actual cameras that you want to receive notification from and to activate it, right? So once the cameras are selected, then you're gonna have to click the back button here, the upper left arrowhead twice, okay? So once you click it once, then it takes you back, and then you click it again, and it's gonna take you back to your push notifications. So once you're done with that, make sure you save it, okay? Let me just go back a little bit. Again, if your device has SMD, you can select on SMD and then select the cameras that you want to be enabled. Now, guys, it is very important that your DVR or NVR or IP camera has been has had the push notification. I'm sorry, the motion detection enabled. Okay. Motion detection or SMD enabled. If you don't enable that on the NVR, then the push notifications may not work, okay? Now, you can also enable that and schedule it, right? So if you do that, let's say you only schedule SMD or motion detection from 5 p.m. to 8 a.m. at night, right? If you do that and you enable your motion detection notifications, then that is the only period where your notifications are going to work. So that is a great way to do it too, because that way you don't have to tell the customer to be coming in here and enabling it and disable it. And even though it's very intuitive, very self-explanatory, maybe you can facilitate things for the customer too, okay? So once you're done with that, make sure you save these real well. And once you save these, then you're gonna start receiving notifications, okay? So motion human, if I enable these for SMD, and if I would have done human and vehicle, if I would have had a vehicle, of course, then these will show vehicle, right? So that's also a pretty cool thing because it does show you what type of notification you have, okay? So how to review your push notifications. So what you can do is open up the phone app. Now you are gonna go to message, right? And you're gonna have your list of notifications here. You can tap on any notification you want, and then that notification is going to come up. But also, the app is going to give you the ability to go back in time to a day before, 2 days before, so that you can actually select the notifications from different days, okay? Once you click on that, then you will have access to that small little video clip that triggers that notification, okay? So it's very, very easy. And if you want to have access, or actually, let's say, copy that little video notification, you can always click on the camera recording so that you could record that notification, have it on your local files, and then send that as a playable phone file, right? So that is also a very, very nice and convenient feature, okay? So let's say if, you know, I know that nowadays in the homeowner associations, or, you know, your neighbors, many of them, they have chats, right? Where they communicate and they alert each other whenever they see things that they're not necessarily common, right, or normal. If you happen to record an event on your camera, you can always click that little record button here and record that event, and then just message it, right, or email it, or post it in Facebook, whatever you want to do, right? So, but the good thing is that you have the ability to do that very, very easy. Another way to review push notifications is by just tapping on your notifications on your lock screen, okay? So let me show you a little video. I'm gonna be tapping on one of these notifications to show you about the notification that I was receiving, right? So I just tap there, and the phone app automatically opens up, and it'll show me the clip that that tripped the notification, right? So that's that. There was somebody there. It was a human notification, and I saw that clip. You can tell that it is running here, and as soon as it's done, then it stops, okay? Same thing, I could take a snapshot, or I could take I could tap on the little video here so that I could actually record out of my local files and send it, all right? Okay, what if you want to turn it off? All you have to do is go to your device list, go to your notifications, and then just turn this toggle off, okay? That'll completely turn your notifications off. Let's say you have your notifications scheduled in a specific day, and you have a reunion, or you know, a get together at home, and you're starting to receive a lot of notifications. You can always go here and just turn it off, and that'll stop the notifications to your phone, okay? So with that, then you're completely done with the push notifications. Questions about these guys? I don't see anything in the chat. If you have questions on the push notifications, let me know now. If not, then I'm gonna continue into playback. All right, so let's go further into playback. If at any time, again, you guys have any questions, just let us know. Let me know, or send something on the chat, all right? Okay, so playback using the application. You also see that in the main page, like the home page, you have the playback button, which is this little blue reel, right? So you just have to go there, click that little reel, and then the playback mode will be popping up. Now, what do you have to do? you could do either tap on the little plus sign of the camera and then just choose a date and start playing. But this will also allow you to go back in time, right? And select the time. All the days with recordings are gonna have the little reel next to it. Okay, so that means that these days have recordings. For instance, they, here, the first of the month here is not, it doesn't have that blue icon. So that means that one does not have recording. So you can always access recording on those that are highlighted here. This is also pretty cool too, because that way you know how much recording you have on your recorder, right? Also, these on the push notification side, maybe some of the push notifications may be stored there for a little bit more than what you have recordings. So if you have only, let's say, a week worth of recordings, then even though you may have some notifications there for a little bit longer, you will not have access to that because, of course, this is tied to your recordings, right? So on the on once you click on the dates, then you can press the playback menu here, which is this over here, and then you can select up to 4 cameras. Okay, once you have these 4 cameras selected, then you will be able to see. Okay, so once you are seeing recording, you can double tap on each of the cameras that you're seeing to make it larger, right? And also you will see this blue line populating. Of course, if you're recording on motion, you will see small, blue lines across this bar over here. But if you're recording continuously, then you will see this continuous blue line. And you could just move it left or right to go into specific time periods that you want. You can also select the specific time to review by choosing this little reel over here. Whenever you click on that, then you will have a reel of the recorded times, right? So you can also scroll down and then just choose the recorded time. Then again, if you have motion, then it'll only show you some little pictures of the motion, right? You can do fast forward one time or slow it down one time. If you click on clicking on that, then that'll fast forward it faster, right? What I was saying before too is you could click on the camera icon to record something. Let's say you're seeing something, you found something, you want to record it. You click on this little camera here, and this camera will, the phone app will record that view that you have. And when you click it again, that'll stop recording and it'll go into recording safe, which will go under your local files. I'll show you where that is. Okay. But also you can take snapshots. So, hey, oh, look at that. I found whatever it is that I needed. Just take a picture of it. That's all I need, evidence. And that will store in your phone app as well. Okay. So let me show you this little video on how to do the playback. All right. So I just click on the little playback icon here, tap on that little plus sign. That will allow me to choose the camera that I want, right? So I click on, one of the cameras. That'll bring up recordings. And what I was telling you is that little blue bar will allow you to navigate in time. So if you release that, then you will see that, the video is going to catch up to that specific day and time. You can also click on that. Let me just go back a little bit. You can also click on the date over here to have access to your calendar. and your recorded times. So again, the days that are marked with that little blue reel will have recordings, and it's going to take you back into that specific day so that you can navigate in time and see, recordings. All right. So it's very easy to use. It allows you to navigate quicker. Now, also, if you see these arrowheads here, you don't have to go into the calendar and choose a date. If you tap on these arrowheads to the left or to the right of the date, then that'll take you to next day, next day, next day, or the day before, right? So you can use that as well. This is, well, I think this is the exact same video. Yeah. Okay, so questions regarding the playback, guys? No? All right. So,
chat.
Sorry?
No, I said no questions on the chat.
Okay, sounds good. So, additional features. So under the phone app, on the main page, you will see the home, message, and me icon. The me icon will open up the door for many other little things that we have. So we have the settings, right, which will allow you to mess up with your PTC speed, push video delays, so on and so forth. Some things that you may not necessarily really need to move on, right? You'll also have the help button. It's very important to mention this one because the help button will allow will give you access to like a manual, like a user manual, right? So once you click on help, if you can click on home, account management, live playback, this will give you instructions on what the icons, each icon on the phone app means and how does that work. So it's actually great to have because you can always tell the customer, hey, if you don't remember anything, go into me, go to help, and then you have your manual here so that they can actually go in there and clarify many of the things that they may have questions on. Okay. Also, the test tool. So the test tool is really cool too because this one has a Wi-Fi test tool. Sometimes you're having you want to check how strong the Wi-Fi is on specific place for a specific scenario. Like let's say you want to put a Wi-Fi repeater and connect a camera there. You want to know if the Wi-Fi signal is strong there. So you can use that feature there now too. One of the things I think that is not there also is the push notification on their test tool. You will see the push notification. So you can also go there if your push notifications are not necessarily working. You should just tap on that one, and then that'll take you into activating the push notification on the phone app, or see why you're not receiving push notifications. That's also pretty cool too. In general, we'll give you information about the phone app, and you can enable the play when you're not on Wi-Fi. Some people disable these because their signal on the phone is really bad, and they may just stick to Wi-Fi. But you can modify that in here too, right? So another feature that's actually interesting here too is homes where the remote configuration. So whenever you're on your device, if you click on the little three dots, like once you're on the home screen, I don't know if you can see that on the home screen. If you click on any of your devices on the three dots and click on their device details, right? and then under device details, you click on remote configuration, then this menu is going to populate, the menu on the screen. These will allow you to actually configure some of your devices, some of the settings on your devices, right? So first, if we go into video detection, I'm sorry, into camera settings, you will have access to change the mainstream and the substream resolution and decoding and all that stuff, frame rate, okay? So these will modify the actual settings on the on your recorder or on your camera, okay? So let's say a customer calls you and complains, hey, you know, I'm opening up my phone and the cameras don't look as nice. So you're welcome to go into this setting and change the resolution to D1, for instance, in 7 frames per second, right? So it looks a lot nicer to them. But you can also go into the main and mainstream and modify the resolution there too, right? Record plan will take you into schedule. You can actually come in here and schedule your recordings for motion or for continuous recording. So you can do that. As a matter of fact, so if you do camera 13 and you can do motion, you could create several different schedules. You could copy that and paste it into, you know, the rest of the cameras. So you can modify the schedule from your phone app. The next one, let me just go back here. Image adjustment will allow you to tamper with, you know, brightness, hue, all that stuff from your camera, okay? And last but not least, storage manager. So storage manager is going to allow you to check on your hard drive and even format the hard drive, okay? So if for some reason, you know, you want that drive to be erased, you could click this button and that'll format the drive. Now, if customers go and mess with it and erase all their recordings, in the DVR or NVR log, it'll appear the fact that somebody came in and erased it remotely, okay? So, you know, if they're like, hey, you know, I lost all my recordings, I don't know what happened, you can always go back into the log and say, hey, you know, you came in and erased it yourself, or your wife, or, you know, your partner, or your son. So make sure that, you know, I don't know if you want to make sure that they know about this, but if they find it and they erase everything and they call you, you'll know how to go back and take a look at who tampered with the unit, okay? So with that, actually, I think this is it for today. I don't know if you guys have any questions on any of these or any other questions regarding the phone app. As I said earlier today, you guys currently have the 3.4 version. There will be a 3.5 version. Don't worry. It's not going to change much. It's just going to repair some bugs, but you're going to be seeing that upgrade coming in the next couple of days on your iOS and then on your Android platforms. So everyone, again, thank you for joining Q's and A's. So now is the time. We have Terry, we have our sales team, our complete sales team here. So if you have any questions for me, for Alejandra, Terry, Fadia, Mara, please let us know. We also have the chat, so if we don't have questions.
Yeah, the chat is actually clear. I don't know if anybody wants to like unmute or type anything in there.
Yeah. No? All right. just so you know too, this presentation is going to be available on the on demand. We're actually going to be uploading this presentation to our YouTube channel, all these presentation series. So if you miss the one on Tuesday, or if you miss any other one of the upcoming 2 presentations, you're welcome to go to our YouTube channel and have access to those. You could also use that for training purposes. If you have some new people coming into your company, you might want to go into this presentation and have them trained by seeing these presentations. All right. Okay. So, well, thank you again for your time, and we will be seeing you soon. Be safe, stay safe, and see you next week on the next presentation. Oh, by the way, as a matter of fact, before we all go, one of the things that I'd like to remind you is the sweepstakes. So we have the sweepstakes going on by the end of this year. Let me open this up quite quick. Give me 1 second. So let me share this with you. Well, what I'll do is I'm going to drag this over here. So this is going on right now. We're going to have different raffles for different regions that we have. So if you're buying for a distributor, your distributor is going to have a raffle for you. If you're buying from another distributor, then that other distributor is going to be raffling. And also we're going to have another raffle for the South Texas region too. So be aware of these, guys. We're going to be, every $500 that you guys spend on our product will qualify you for a ticket. So there is no limit on tickets, but it's not accumulative. So it's got to be $500 per ticket, and you will have the chance to win 10 of these prizes. So the first prize, it's going to be a nice big green egg, a ceramic grill that you can take home for Christmas. The rest of the other 3 prizes, second, third, and fourth, are going to be Yeti coolers. So this is going to be pretty sweet. And then the rest, from 5 to 10, are going to be tumblers. So this is going to be really, really nice, our Christmas present. So make sure that you get your tickets, and whenever you're buying product, make sure that you get your tickets so that you can qualify and enter the raffle that we're going to be doing on the 22nd of December. We're going to be doing that live on our Facebook page. So if you've got some tickets already, if you are getting some tickets, the more tickets you have, the more chances you get to win any of these nice prizes. All right. So with that, I'd like to finish and wrap up this presentation. Again, anything else that you may need, feel free to contact us. We'll be happy to answer. All the sales team is ready to tackle any of the questions that you may have. All right. Okay. Well, thank you very much. Again, be safe out there.